Is Friday of the 13th sinister? Number 13 is the most repulsive abduction number in the West Europe. It was on Friday, October 13, 1307 that King Philip IV of France arrested the members simultaneously in order to destroy the Knights Templar throughout France. After that, the Knights were made a heresy, their property was forfeited, and they were dissolved. The executives were sentenced to burning fire. From here, it is said that Friday of the 13th is unlucky. Cultures of happy number 13. Since the number of states at the time of the founding of the United States of America was 13, independent 13 states, it was initially considered to be a valuable number in the founding of the United States. In the backside of the country's $1 banknote and the national seal, there are the eagle that grabs the olive branch with 13 leaves and 13 arrows and the shield with 13 vertical stripes drawn on the eagle's chest. In addition, things related to 13 such as 13 stars, 13-level pyramid, etc. are drawn. However, the number 13 is now an abstinence number due to the subsequent corruptions, various superstitions, etc. While North American continent had continued to be colonized by European countries, the conflicts had arisen over economic and tax measures between Britain and 13 colonies. When the American Revolution broke out in 1775, America announced the Declaration of Independence in 1776, and signed an alliance with France to break the UK advantage. When the 13 colonies won, the Paris Convention was signed in 1783. They were formally independent as the United States. In addition to 13 independent states, the east of the Mississippi River and south of the Great Lakes were transferred from the UK. On September 17, 1787, instead of the coalition agreement, a more centralized Constitution of the United States was enacted at the end of the hot debate. It was inaugurated on March 4, 1789, and in the same year, George Washington, who was the commander of the Great Army, took office as the first president. The United States was a rare democratic country as then at the time because they took up freedom and democracy. Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, is a planned city. French-born architect, engineer, city designer, Pierre-Charles L'Enfant designed the city of Washington. Masonic symbols such as pentagram, hexagram, and owl are hidden all over Washington, D.C., and it can be said that it is a so-called magical city. It is the capital city of Washington, D.C., which is guarded by the number 13 and is suitable for the country promised for the end. Religious affairs related to number 13. On May 13, 1917, Virgin Mary appeared to 3 children, Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta, who lived in Fatima. And she told them to come to see her at the same place on the 13th of every month. On July 13, 1917, Virgin Mary showed the vision of hell to 3 children in Fatima and told them the first, second, and third prophecies. The third prophecy was called the Fatima's third secret and was the end prophecy. On December 13, 1973, Claude Vorilhon, who founded the Raelian movement, first met with Yahweh, who is the greatest alien among the creators of the earthian human beings, at the crater of Puy de la Sola on the outskirts of Clermont-Ferrand in France. And he received messages on the human creation, final judgment, the future of the earth, and so on. And Yahweh gave him a title of the last prophet Rael. In addition, he was born from Jewish father and Catholic French mother at the Clermont-Ferrand in France on September 30, 1946. He is considered the reincarnation of John the Baptist. On March 13, 2013, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, who had served Archbishop of Buenos Aires in Argentina, took office as the 266th Pope Francis. According to the prophecy of Saint Malachi, the 266th Pope Francis is the last pope at the Vatican Catholic Church. In addition, he was born from Italian immigrant parents in Buenos Aires, Argentina on December 17, 1936. Number 13 telling the end. According to Mayan prophecy, it has entered a new era from 2013. On Friday, July 13, 2018, a partial solar eclipse passed through Tasmania, Australia, and Antarctica. It is in 101 years since Virgin Mary appeared in Fatima, Portugal. From this day on, it can be said that the end event has come into full swing on the earth. It is also interesting that the age gap between the last prophet Claude Vorilonrail and the last Pope Francis is about 10 years old. As of August 2018, the last prophet Claude Vorilonrail is 71 years old, and the last Pope Francis is 81 years old. Their ages may also be related to the end event. The present 266th Pope Francis, who is Peter the Roman on the prophecy of Saint Malachi, is thought to be the reincarnation of Jesus' disciple Peter. The Vatican and the Catholic Church started from Jesus' disciple Peter and might end in Peter the Roman, the reincarnation of Peter, that is, in the present Pope Francis. Therefore, it is obvious that the number 13 is involved in the present ending period. Also, the number 13 may be the key to opening the doors of the new space scientific era.